Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Lulu TV Tech, and we are back with our project. We are modeling a storage building that's having the ground floor and the first floor, and this is where we left our project today. I mean yesterday. We shall pick it up from here, and we continue modeling. We want to take this project to the final point where you saw the 3D models that I showed you yesterday. I believe we shall be able to achieve that, and even better if we uh, manage to do even a new facade for this, it will be much better. So today we are going straight forward with our design. I think we finished the first floor, the ground floor. All the rooms, the dimensions are all clear, but there's one thing that I need to show to you. We never set the height of these walls. Much as we did our setting in the elevations, we did the elevation setting. If you come to 3D, you'll see our walls are here, and all these walls are very tall. By default, Revit will always give your walls a height of 8 meters, even though you have set your levels here. So what you do from this 3D, if you don't know where I got my 3D from, for example, if you are from this ground level or first floor or anywhere, or even if I close this, I just come to this house that is on top here. I click on it, it will show for us our 3D. So what you're going to do, you click on one of the walls, then you right click, you come to select all instances, then you select visible in view. It will select all the walls, and you can see here the unconnected height is 8 meters, and yet our settings in the floors was 3.5. That is the height of our walls that we gave, or the levels that we gave. So we just write 3.5 in the unconnected area and click enter, and your walls will come to normal. So our walls are now 3.5 meters high, unlike yesterday where we left it at 8 meters. That was a default setting by Revit. Now today we are going to do a few things. Of course, we need to also work on the first floor. But before we go there, I think we need to create a floor for our ground floor before we can go to the first floor. So we are going straight forward to creating our floor. You come to architecture tab, you go to floor. From floor, you choose floor architecture, and from here you have to edit the type, and from edit type you have to duplicate it with this button. Then you can rename it, let me say floor, and I'm going to give my floor 150 millimeters thick. This is just labeling. You can rename it in any way you want, but for me I rename it like this so that it doesn't confuse me when I'm using it in multiple areas. So I'll click OK from here, then I'll edit from this button. Then from here you see so many things, but we really don't need a lot of them. I'm going to delete almost everything here. You just click where you see these numberings, and you can delete. As long as it is highlighted in black, that means it is active, so you can delete, 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 delete. These boundaries, you can't delete them, they have to be here. So I'm going to leave either of these structures. I'll leave one. I guess I'll just delete this last one, and then I'll give this 150, because that is what we want to achieve. And I think I'll just go with this material they've given. But if you want to create a new material along this line, even if I just click on this, it will bring this box, and from this box, when I click, I will open the material browser like this. Then if I want to create a new material, I click on this, then I say create new material. From create new material, I can rename it to, let's say floor tile, or anything you want. These names they are not standard. You can write anything you want. From the material browser, we come to the appearance. From the appearance, we click on this button or icon. We click on it and it will open the asset browser. So from the asset browser, we can search for the material we want. For example, if I want tiles, it will generate for me tiles. And from tiles, I can come to this flooring tiles because I want tiles that are down. Then there are these types: there's carpet, there's stone. So for you to preview them, you highlight on one, you click on this button, it will show here in the material browser. So this I think I don't like those ones. Let me see. Carpet, carpet. I also don't like all these ones. I don't know why. Maybe I'll try this. Anyway, I'll just go with the stone, I guess. I'll pick this stone. I'll go with let me pick this. Let me go with this. I've closed that, and then here you click apply, you click OK, then you just click OK, click apply, click OK, and then we're here. Now we can start drawing. We have already edited our flow. So I will come here to the pick lines. I'll pick the lines. I'll draw them like this all around the house. So after drawing them, I need to connect them because others have entered deeper. So like this, Revit will not accept our sketching. So I will connect this with this. I'll connect this with this. Then I'll connect this part with this. I'll connect this with this. Lastly, this with this. Yeah, I guess we are done. So I'll just now click this tick. Click here. You see this blue sign. It shows that our floor has been created. When we come to 3D, you can even see we have our floor here. If you want to see the material you gave, you just click on this icon that shows visual style. Click on it, you select the realistic. It will be able to show you the realistic view of what you have. Yeah, this is the realistic view of our building so far. See, this is what we have done so far. So yeah, and our building needs now, I think we now need doors, windows before we can go to the top part, or we can still finish and do this later. So I'm going to turn this back to shaded because when you leave it at realistic, it can make the computer really heavy. So what we are going to do, I will first create the floors up. Then after doing that, I'll come and now put the components. So for us to draw the floor on the first floor, we are supposed to go to the first floor level that we created here. And for me, it is already open. If yours is not open, you just come to your project browser, you open the first floor, That's where we're going to work. And if you see it is grayed out. These walls you can't select them because these walls are in the ground floor and their level has been set to remain at the ground floor. It's only these stairs or the staircase that has extended up to the second level. So now we're going to create our walls here. I'll just create something simple following these walls. I will not do a lot of measurements here. So we come to our wall, we select wall architecture, and it has selected the wall we created for the ground floor. So we suggest now, we could even just sketch by picking lines, but I want to draw. So I'll just draw. I make sure these dotted lines are in the middle of this wall so that the wall we are drawing doesn't go offline. So from here, we can draw something here. Then from here, we can continue drawing. I'll draw this up to here. Then from here, I want it to go all the way to this side. Then from here, I'll connect it like that. So this is the only wall that we're going to have, like a complete wall all around here. But of course, we're going to create some rooms here. Let's first go to the 3D and see what we have done. So now when you see, the walls are also really tall, very, very tall. And what we are going to do, we shall click on this wall. We give it, we shall still give it 3.5 meters. And then we can do something else here to match these properties. So you can click on this wall. You come to match this match property, match type properties. You click on it. You click on this. You match it with that. You see that? Then if I click on this, if I click on this, I match it with this. Even that, it has reduced these walls to the level that we have set with one specific wall. So that is how you can match properties using the match type properties tool. So our wall that is sitting on the first floor is here, but of course we need also a floor for this for this level, so that we don't have this opening up to down. So at this first floor, we're going to create our floor. So what I'm going to do, I'll first of all hide this wall that I've created up here. So I'll choose this. I'll hold on Control to select multiple like this. And then after selecting all this, I'll come to this part. If you can see this icon that is like a mirror that people put on, you click on it. You say hide element. When you click on that, it will hide what you have selected. Now we're going to create our floor. Here we did already edit a flow, so we shall just use that one here as well. So we shall click on architecture. We go to our floor, we go to floor architecture, and it will bring us to the floor that we created. So from here, I'll just go to pick line, and this time I want to pick the interior parts of the wall. So I'll pick this, I'll pick this, I'll pick this, I'll pick this, because I want to connect this to this. I'll pick that. I'll pick this, this, and maybe that. So I'm going to connect this to this, not that way. So you first select this, and then you select that, and then you select this, you select that, you extend this to this one. We're supposed to extend this. Now if this one does not extend, what we're going to do, we shall have to, my battery is getting low, it's alright. So you can also pick this line and draw if it is refusing to connect. Now the reason why this is not connecting, you realize that this wall and this are not in a straight line, so it will be hard to join this directly to this. But if they were in a straight line like this, it will easily join here. So what we're going to do, we shall pick another line. We shall pick maybe this. We shall pick here, we shall pick here. But of course, you know, we're supposed to pick the interior sides as I had started earlier. So my bad, I'll connect that, connect this. I'll delete these ones outside. Even this I need to delete. Then I have to pick this one. Then I pick my trim to extend tool, and then I connect that. So we have drawn our floor for the first floor. Now we have an issue here. This part has not been connected, so I did forget this. I'll pick the interior. I come to extreme to extend, and then I extend that. So I believe Revit will this time be fair to us and accept. Now it has been drawn. So if I come to the 3D, that's what we have. The top floor is now sitting on a floor. We have covered the downer part, and from our first floor here, we are going to unhide what we had hidden. So reset that. What I did was I just came back, and then I tapped on a reset temporary hide stroke isolate. That's if you didn't know what I did. So far so good. We need to save our project before we lose it. And then of course now we are going to create some rooms here. I'm going to create a room here, then here. If you realize, our staircase has been hidden by the floor. The staircase is high, has been hidden by the floor, so we need to remove it from this floor. So what we are going to do, when you click on the floor, you go to edit boundary. From edit boundary, you come to pick lines. Then you will pick the lines for this wall that is covering our stair. So I'll connect this to this one. That is it really. You just click OK, and you see now the staircase has been removed from that side of our floor. It's no longer hidden. That means it can be accessed up here. If you open the 3D and you come and see, it is open here. So you can come out and access the top floor through this opening. So yeah, so far so good. And what we are going to do now is to create some partitions or rooms here. So I'll offset this. Let's come to offset. Then let's offset 4.5 and see 4.5 from here. Then this side I'll also offset 4.5. So when we pick our measurement tool and come and measure here, it will not be 4.5 because the wall thickness is taken into consideration. So I'll click here and say this is 4.5. And then I'll click here, I'll say this is 4.5. So I want to see what is left. We have 2.6, and that's a lot of space. So we are going to push these ones to 5 meters big. This one also 5 meters, so that we have large rooms. So yeah, now we have this, and we're going to create another wall. We shall offset this. We come to our offset. After selecting the wall, you come to offset, and then we can do 4 meters, I guess. 4 meters here, yeah, something like that. Then we are going to split, because we want to connect these ones. We shall pick our split element, then we split it here in the middle. Then we come to trim to extend to corner. So I'll extend this to this, we shall extend this to that. So you can see we have this and this as 2 rooms. And then we shall create, I want us to create a washroom, a common washroom, plus I think some little store up here, because this distance we have here to here is a lot, that is 4.5. So we can divide it into 2, so that we have a store for putting our gym, some of the gym equipments. So for the washroom, we shall pick this wall, and then we say we offset in let me say 2 meters, because we want this washroom to have other equipments that people are going to use for bathing and stuffs like that, since it is a gym area. Then we shall offset it, we shall offset this wall by, I guess, also 2 meters. 2 by 2, that is a lot, by the way, a lot of space. So this one here that is going all the way, we shall split it using the split tool. Then I'll delete this excess part away, and then let's now partition these walls. Let's see this measurement. I believe by now you now know measurement tool, you know split tool, you know trim to extend. So I'll be a bit faster with these tools now, because we are getting advanced. So now this is showing us 1.8. We shall click on this wall, we extend this to 2 meters, so that we reduce on this. Then I think I'll also reduce on, let me just take this inside. I just dragged it from outside to inside. It's normal to do that. Then this, let me see the distance here. This distance is very small for people to walk. That means we are going to reduce the length from here to here. This 3.8 will have to reduce. So I'll click on this, then I'll click on this. I'll say I want 1.1 for people to move easily. That is the distance we have created, and I don't want this to also stay on its own. I'll make it the same length with this other room. So I'll come to my align tool, I'll click on this wall, I'll align it to this one. So now these two are aligned perfectly. That means we have this space open all the way. I wanted just this top area to really be free for people to move, so we just have these two rooms, 2 bedrooms, with the small corridor here, and then this one's for moving. Then this will be used for storing some of the gym items. Then this will be common washroom for people who come and chill outside here. So what if we create this, we extend this, because we have a wall here, we could extend this all the way this side, so that we don't have what, we don't have anything covering this space. So what I'm going to do, I'll pick this wall, I'll say I'm creating similar. You just click on this create similar. I'll partition this area from here. Then of course we need to have enough space for our stair, so let's measure from here to here. That's 1.4. I want to increase it to 1.5. I'll click on this wall, I click on this, then I increase it to 1.5 for people to come inside. So I'm going to remove this wall from here. I'll come to my trim stroke extend, I'll trim this to this, so that this part remains open. And then I will also trim this to this, then this part will also be open. That means we shall have an open space from here up to this side. But I want to cover this, I still want to cover this area with this floor. So I'll click on this floor again, I'll come to edit boundary. This time I can simply, I'm going to ignore the fact that this one is not straight. Okay, I'll just draw this, then I bring it here, I'll delete this part, I'll delete this part, then I'll delete this part. So I'll pick that, I'll take my trim to extend, I'll extend this to this, then I'll extend this to this, then I'll click OK. So now this part is covered with the floor. That means we shall not have it as an open space all the way down. So if we go to our 3D and see what we have done so far here, so this is what we have created. See that? So the top part from here up to this side is an open space for people to stay. And then we only have walls here. We have this room, we have this room. Then of course this wall is not supposed to be here. So we come to our floor, that is first floor. This wall is not supposed to extend up to here. We shall just drag it from here up to here, because this is a bedroom, this is a bedroom. Then we said this will be a store for keeping gyms, items, or any other thing that is around up here. Then this will be a common washroom for people who come and chill up here. And then let me see the distance from here to here. Yeah, this is okay for movements. When people enter here, we shall create a door here. Shall create a door We can create either direct or from here. Then I think we should also create another door here for people to easily access the washroom. Then we shall create doors around this area. So yeah, I think we are done with our walling, all the walls, right from the ground floor and even the first floor. I feel we are okay up to this point. So what we are going to do is we shall now start placing our components, the doors, the windows, even those components like bed and stuff like that, so that we shall know how far we are going. So what I'm going to do, I normally use libraries for getting these components. So we shall go to our ground floor. If you don't have library, you can go to beam objects or 3D warehouse, where you can download all the components that you need. So for example, if I want to put a door, I'll come to architectural tab, then I click on door. It will bring for me these generic doors. You see here, these are generic doors. So I don't want this. I'll click on load family, which is at the extreme end of our right. When I click on load family, it will bring me to my computer, where I can be able to look for my Revit libraries. So my Revit libraries are here. So I'll look for doors. I have some doors here. Yeah, you can see we have doors here. So if I pick, for example, this door, I'll just open it, then it will load. Now here it is saying some or all of the family selected are not of the category doors. Do you want to retry loading a new set of file? We say no. Now the door that we're looking for is refusing to load. So we can say let me see if it is here. It is not there. So let's try this option also. You can also edit type. From edit type, you can load the same thing. I load, then the family is not of the cat. That means this door has issues. Let's load another one else. Let's try this. I want to see this. This has also refused. Let's try that. Okay, let's try this. It seems this one will accept. Yeah, this one has accepted. So you'll come to where you want to place the door, and it will only detect a wall. For example, if I want to put it outside here, it will not be active. If it touches the wall, you see it will show that it can now be placed. So this is an exterior wall. I'll place it here. So this is our main door. If we come to 3D, you'll be able to see it here. You see that? So that is our exterior door. I don't like the way this door looks, but for practice, this is okay. So I'll go with that. If I get other components, I'll be able to put better ones. Though I have that same project where I could easily get the components from, but I wanted to show you how you can load components from library or from the generic uh, Revit libraries. But what I'm going to do, I'll come to this browser of mine. I go to my Revit. I look for Revit projects. Actually, I have my designs. So I'll come to my design that we are doing. because I have all these components there, so I'll just use the components I already have. So the design is here. We are going to use these doors instead of this one here. I really don't like this at all. So for me, what I'll do, and the same can also apply to you, if you have a project that has all these components, you just come to you open the project in Revit, you click on the component you want to copy, then you come to this tab that says copy to clipboard, you copy it, then you go to the browser or the level or the ground where you want to paste it. Then you come to, because I copied the door, that means I need to be in the door menu or door tab, so I'll click on door. It will show for me this panel, then I click on paste, then it will give you this. You can click OK. From here now I can place my door. Now if I place it like this, it will show it is opening from inside, and of course you know all exterior doors have to open outside, so we shall just use that to flip it outside. And yeah, so in our 3D we have this door that is a glass, so at least I like this. I don't like that wooden kind of door at the front of our house, because we want our house to look beautiful, not full of wooden doors at the exterior side. So now we are going to place more of these components. We need furniture in the sitting room, we need furniture in the dining, we need the kitchen and all this stuff. So we are going to place some windows, I guess. So we come to the project, that's if you have one, but if you don't have, you go to windows and you pick a window from the generic window. You can edit and place it there. So I'll come to windows, I'll click on any window, then I'll say copy to clipboard, then I go to the other ground floor where we are working, I'll click on windows, then I'll click on paste, then I'll say OK. Now it will make the window tool active, so I can place it. Let me see why it is showing this. Oh, I picked something else. My bad. Window, there's a window here. So I'll click on copy to clipboard. I come to my ground floor. I go to windows, then I paste, then I say OK. Now I can place these windows. So you realize when you highlight, it will give you an equal measurement all around. I can place one window there. It will only place one. Then if you want to reuse this more, you can click on it. You say create similar here. Then you can place it everywhere you want now. Now it is saying none of the created elements are visible in floor plan. That means this window has been placed above, or it's not on the ground level, so you can only see it from your 3D. When you come to your 3D, you move around, you see here now it has been placed up, but don't worry about this. What we're going to do, we need to give a head height for our components, the windows and the doors. Now let's see the door. The door is the head height is 2.5, so we're going to also give this head height to our windows. Since we have our walls extending up to 3.5, I believe head height of 2.5 is not bad. So this is 2.5, which is okay. Then this one has to also be 2.5. So now it will be level with this. But of course, you realize these windows, the steel height is really down. The steel height is 500. We can increase the steel height by editing. If I click on this, I come to edit type. Here we can change the height of the windows. So let's say we are given the height of let's say 1.8. Then we click on apply there. So now if we increase the steel height to, the head height to 2.5, it will take this up to a steel height of 700. I think that can be okay. So now this will also go to 2.5, so that they can be in the same line, so like that. So that is how you can edit the steel height and the head height of windows and the doors. Of course, we are going to place more of these things. In the ground floor, we still want to create more windows. We are going to place more. Click on this window, we come to create similar. Then we are going to put a window here, and this window is not going to appear also, but we are not going to really worry much about that. This part is the kitchen. I think we can place another window here. Then these are bedrooms, so we shall place a window here. We shall place a window here. We shall place this is a living room. We are going to place, I think, 2 windows here. Place one here, place another one here. Now we go to our 3D so that we can bring these windows to their right places. So we're going to click on one window, then we shall right click, and we say select all instances visible in view. Then we give it the head height of 2.5, and it will align all the windows without any hassle. So now all the windows have been aligned, as you can see. They are all aligned. So now we also, of course, need slit windows. Those windows that can be put on our walls of washrooms, stores, and those small rooms, so that every room has a window. So what we're going to do, we shall click on one window. Let me say I'll edit. I'll just say create similar. I put it here, but of course I'm going to edit it. I'm going to edit type. But for now, let us first bring the height to the normal place. It is here. So we're going to bring it to 2.5. So now from here, I'll say edit type. Then I'll duplicate it because I don't want it to change all the measurements for other windows that we have placed. We shall say this one is main slit exterior. Let us say slit exterior windows. So for this one, we shall give width. The width will be, let the width be, let's say 1000 or even 800, width of 800, that can work, I guess. So we click OK. We shall get a window like that. This one can now work for us very well in other uh, rooms like washrooms and stores. So when we come to our ground floor, we placed it here, it fit very well. We can copy or create similar, put here. If it doesn't show, it's okay, we shall change that later. Then I think those are the only places that need the slit windows for now. So we go to our 3D again. We have to bring this down to 2.5. That is the head height. So you make sure your windows and the doors all have the same head height. Otherwise, you will be designing something that doesn't exist. So the reason why I've put here only one window is I want to make a curtain wall here. I want to do a bit of curtain wall on this side. I think I may even remove this window in the later stage of our project so that I can change all this to curtain wall, because this part, let me see. Okay, not that, I was meaning this side here, because this is our living room, so I'll really make it full of glasses so that it doesn't seem like a place that is hidden. So I guess we shall create another window here. I'll give this let this one balance, because yeah, something like that. Let's say this is 750. So now this one is balanced. Then at this side also needs a window, because here looks to be really isolated. So we shall click on window, we create similar, we place another window here. I don't know why these windows keep moving to that height. Then we reduce this to 2.5 there. So now we have placed, I think, all our windows and the doors. We only need one door down here, so there's no need to worry about that. So I think we can also put our components in the first floor, that is up, before we even roof it. So when we come to our first floor, we shall need those same components. So for this, you can just come to your ground floor, you click on the component you want, you say create similar. So I'm going to save this project. So after saying create similar, you come to your first floor, you just place it where you want it to be. So I'll place it here, but of course it has to open outside. This is an exterior door, so it will open outside. Then we shall now go for windows. You remember, we have not even placed interior doors. We have just done exterior things. So we are going to the ground floor, we shall pick window, we come to create similar, then we go to first floor, we start placing these windows. Placing a window here, placing a window here, placing a window here, we are placing a window here. Yeah, I think that's all. So we need to again come to our 3D and give them their heights. So this, and this. I am using control to select these ones. So the same way we gave 2.5, we shall also give here 2.5, so that they are level. But of course I want this window to align with that one, so I should be able to do that. You can either do this, you use your arrow keys. So sometimes we do these things manually like this, so that you don't really overstress on certain things. It looks nice if they are aligned, but of course at some point they can't align because you realize the walls inside are not aligning, so it becomes a problem. These ones have aligned perfectly. So we're going to create the slit windows for the first floor. We shall come to our ground floor, we pick the slit window, we say create similar, we go to first floor, then we shall put here, then also for this washroom, I'll place one there. So we come to our 3D, we select both of them, you select one, pick control, select the other, come here, give it 2.5, then you can see they are here, but of course they are not aligned, and I want some bit of alignment for this. I don't want them to look disorganized, so I'll try to do that and see if the walls are overlapping. So let's move this a bit, but of course we can also try to adjust the walls inside so that these windows can align. So now the issue here is this side. So if I click on this wall, I extend it to 2.2, so that we can adjust this window, because I want them to really align and look organized. So if we move this one a bit, something like that, yeah, at least here they look now aligned. Actually on all the sides they look aligned, except here we don't have a slit window here. Let me come to this first floor, click on the slit window, create similar. We needed the slit window somewhere here. This corridor looks to be isolated, so we need to give it a window. So I'll come to this window, I give it a 2.5 head height. Then of course I want it to kinda align with this one. Then I bring this here, something like that, though they are not matching, but it is okay. As a designer, you have to think and be creative. Sometimes certain things don't work, but you have to force your own designs to work so that your design can look nice. So we now have a lot of windows, and some of these sides we shall create curtain walls, and you'll see how to create curtain walls. So let's save that work that we have done so far. I want to finish it with the exterior doors, I mean the interior doors, because we have now done all the exterior doors. We need the interior doors. We shall come to our previous project, that's if you have one. Then I'll pick a a sliding door for the interiors. I'll say copy to clipboard. I'll come to my ground floor. I'll go to doors. I'll say paste. Then I'll say okay. Then I can now create my doors. I'll create one here. This space looks small for this door. I wonder why. So we're going to edit this door. A door inside cannot not be as large as 1.5. So I will edit this, and then I will say the width of this door should just be 900. We want width of 900. The rest is okay. You just click apply. Okay. So now it fits there perfectly. So I'll click on it. I'll say create similar. Then I'll also put it here for this room. And then I want, of course, the master bedroom is here. It was not connected to that. Then again, we have not created the washing room for this master bedroom, but we need a door here. We're going to there's another door. We come to the older project. We click on this door. We say copy to clipboard. You come to your ground floor. You go to doors. You paste. Okay. Now I'll put it here. Yeah, I'll put it here. And then I'll need to create what? I'll need to create a washroom for our master bedroom. This is the living room. So I guess we are really done with placing components on the, oh, these ones have not yet been put. So we're going to pick this door, the sliding door. We create similar. We give it to this washroom. We give it to, for the store, I think we even don't need a door here. So we shall click on this wall. We shall come to our split element. We split it here. We shall simply drag this one off. Then drag this one off. We create a space of maybe 1 meter inside here. For 900 can even work, though I want to increase it to 1000. So this part can really be open. It doesn't matter. And then we have this door, we have door here, we have door here, we have door here. The rest okay. So our ground floor is done. We are going to the first floor. So we need interior doors here. We're going to pick this door. We say create similar. Come to our first floor. We shall place a door here, then here. So now these doors have to all face inwardly. Click here, but this one has to be like this. Then this has to align with this. I will come to align tool. I want to align this part here with this one, so that they are really placed in an organized way. So this one will enter from here, the other one will enter from here. Then I will need sliding doors for this, for these ones. So I'll come to ground floor. I'll pick this sliding door, create similar. I come to floor 1, then I place a sliding door here, then also maybe here. But even for the store, we can place the other door other than sliding door. So we shall use this door for the store. So we shall create similar, come to first floor, we put it there. So every time you have done something you want to escape, you can control and cancel, control cancel, or you click on escape a few times so that you can get out of the command. So I think the doors have been placed, and I think we also need a door here. So I am going to use this one, this exterior door. I'll say create similar, and I'll place it here, around here. Then it has to open outward, and this distance is a lot. Let me say 300. So we are done with our components for the first floor, the doors, the windows, and I think this is it for today. If you look around, this is where we have reached with the project, and this is where we shall stop for today. When we come back, we shall be able to roof this house. After roofing the house, we shall start our modeling, that is giving this house the nice facade that we dream to have on our house. I want us to make sure this house looks very, very beautiful after the final day. So thank you so much for being with us up to this far. Please make sure you subscribe. If you are finding this video useful, share it with your friends, subscribe, and keep watching for more, because we have so many projects that are coming. So this is where we are leaving the project for today. See you again next time. Thank you.